What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to review Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So, this is kind of odd, right? Putting a review on this channel, putting a review for this specific game. You know, I've played Demon Souls and Miles and Bug Snacks and Astro's Playroom, and I've talked quite a bit about all of them. Some of them I haven't done, actually all of them I haven't done formal reviews for. I've gotten a little bit of away from doing formal reviews. If you guys like to see reviews, I could totally try to do them. I normally do them on kind of oddball games, but let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more reviews. This is a Nintendo Switch game, obviously, for those that live under the rock, which is not a bad place to live in a world like this anyway. But my God, guys, this is a game I wanted to talk about. You know, because I own it. I bought it day one. I live streamed it. Live stream was one of the weaker live streams I've done over the last, 4 months. So I knew that the game wasn't going to necessarily appeal to everybody. But you know what's weird is I am truly blown away by this game. I really am. Leading into this game, I was interested, even thinking about this, because some of this stuff I haven't even really fully realized. And I know what you guys are thinking. Alex just talks really fast and kind of dances around the thing. No, this is all, I would say, part of the review. When this game was announced, I was excited. I liked the look of it. I love the art style of Breath of the Wild. You know, it sold me on that. But it sold me in a sense of, I'm interested in this game. I want to see where this game goes. I was never really intending on buying it. Really, and this is kind of funny, the only reason I bought it is because Cyberpunk was delayed. Remember, Cyberpunk was supposed to come out, I think the exact same day that this came out. So I was originally going to buy Cyberpunk. With that delayed, I was like, you know what? I mean, I was expecting to drop $60. I'll buy Hyrule Warriors. So the last couple weeks before Hyrule came out, I was, getting ready to buy it. I bought it, okay? And I played it. And I've played, at the time I'm recording this, I haven't beaten it. I don't know if that really, I don't know if it has an awful ending or something terrible happens in terms of, how good the game is. But I cannot believe how much fun I'm having. Is the game perfect? No. Is the game revolutionary in really any way? No. Does the game even run all that well? No. Okay? There's a lot of flaws. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. There's a lot of flaws with this game. But the amount of fun, and even if you want to say the amount of surprise that I've experienced playing this game is through the roof. I said this on Twitter. I think IGN asked what's your favorite game of November? Again, I've played Miles, which is a phenomenal game. I've played Demon Souls, which looks amazing, feels amazing. Obviously is as hard as can be, but I really do love it. Astro's Playroom, I think, is one of the best games that came out in 2020. Weirdly enough, I really do. Hyrule Warriors, I'd put right with it. I really think, in my heart of hearts right now, that Hyrule Warriors could be the best game I've played in November, and that's with playing Demon Souls and Miles. Now, I didn't play COD. I didn't, some other games I didn't play, but that to me is incredible because I didn't expect that. Hyrule Warriors, okay. The story, I like it, from what I've experienced so far. I think we all know kind of where it was heading, so nothing is that big of a surprise. But as you're going through the game, I mean, it's got charm. You like the characters. They kind of, some of them joke around with each other. There's heart there, right? A lot of returning faces that we've seen before in the Zelda franchise. Good. I wouldn't say the story is anything, killer. There are a lot of, not a lot, but there is some reading segments where when you're loading into a level, which, by the way, there is a lot of loading to this game. It's kind of fast, and maybe it's because I have the PS5 now where it's loading suddenly becomes a major aspect where before loading was never anything. The loading is fine, but when it's loading, you are, for some of the story, actually I think story missions in particular, you kind of read through them. There are cutscenes, and they're beautiful. The game is beautiful, I would say, during the cutscenes. Now, I played this both on the dock, on my TV, and also handheld. I feel in terms of how long I played it, I've almost done half and half. And so I really am impressed both ways. I think the game looks really, really good. And again, it's kind of just because I love that art style. That Breath of the Wild art style is literally top 2, top 3 kind of art styles I would say ever made. So I really do like it. The gameplay, though, is honestly where it surprised me because I knew what I was expecting. I know what these games are, right? The kind of you versus 1,000 enemies, right? But I am shocked at how fun I'm having in this game. I'll say the issues really quickly because there's not that many, but I'll get them out of the way. Is, again, the pop-ins and the loading. The game does, I would say, struggle to a fair extent with loading everything in. That's fair with that kind of art style. I mean, you look at Legend of Zelda, the art style there, you look at it with Hyrule Warriors, and then you're trying to populate it with, oh my god, oh, well, let's take some challenge missions, because you can do challenge missions, some of them obviously to like level up your characters and get stuff, and some of them are like kill 500 enemies in like 4 or 5 minutes. And I would say there could be anywhere between like 50 and 250 enemies on screen, somewhere in that range. That's, I mean, for a Nintendo Switch, right, that's pretty good. So, like, I understand why it has issues. But, yeah, the game doesn't run so well. It does have a lot of texture pop-ins. It has a lot of pop-ins in general. Even, like, the enemies, they'll pop in when they're, like, 5 feet away from you. So, I mean, there are those issues. And that kind of takes you out of it a little bit. Some things like that. But in reality, when you're in there and you're fighting, each character, very, very different. Each character, I would argue, very, very fun. There are some, like when you get really good at some characters, which I really do love, like a couple of them, I think some of them tend to just kind of fall back where it's like, I would much rather play as these just because they're cooler versus those. But I mean, I think they're all very, very cool. I would say sometimes like when they use their special abilities, especially like Mifa, I don't know if I'm saying that right, the one that's like the water type one, when she uses hers, any kind of her special ability, there's some problems. There's some big, in terms of like the game, like graphical issues, there's some problems. But I am shocked at how detailed and like how the game is full of depth, because the characters are like you can button mash. You can button mash and you'd be just fine, I'd argue. Now I'm playing only on like normal. I'm not playing on like super hard difficulties. You can button mash and probably be okay. Obviously on some of the harder enemies or some of the harder challenges, you have to like think about it a little bit more. But there's also so much depth to it, because they have like their, you could use their bombs, you could use their stasis, and they all have different versions of it, right? They all use it differently. You could use like the fire attack, the electric attack, all that stuff. You have your own personal, like move set where you can continue to unlock combos as you do stuff. And that stuff too, I know not everybody likes that, but like when you're on the map and there's all of the different challenges that you can do, like and a lot of them are just if you have these amount of materials, you just put them in and then you unlock something. I love doing that. I think it's actually really fun. I like constantly upgrading the weapons. I'm having an absolute blast. I've leveled up my characters like way too high for the current level that I'm always like 5 to 8 levels ahead of what the recommended level is, and which I'm completely fine with. I love it. I really do. This is a game that has shocked me. Again, is it anything revolutionary? Like, am I saying that this game is doing things no other game has done? No. A lot of it is copied from other stuff. It does have some issues for sure. But, like, for someone who really, I'm telling you guys the truth, like, I was excited for this game. Like, I was paying attention to it. Like, I didn't really put all that. I guess I didn't put too much thought into it, right? Because I was like, yeah, this looks cool, but it kind of just looks cool, right? And I'll get it, or maybe I won't get it, or maybe I'll get it next year or whatever. And then when I got it, I did not expect this to be a game that like daily I'm like, I want to play. My wife has been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla a lot, and normally, and for the first half the time she was doing that, I would just watch her, right? But then when Hyrule Warriors came out, I was like, oh, dear God, now I can play that, and I want to play that. So this game, again, has really, really shocked me. I'm really, really impressed with it. Full price, but you know what? On Nintendo Switch, like right now, what else really is there? That's the game of this holiday season for the Nintendo Switch. It's sold so far very, very well from everything that I've seen, so it looks like it's doing well. I just don't see there's not that much, I feel like, interest online about it, which is kind of odd because I get it's not like Breath of the Wild 2, but it is a Zelda game. So we'll see how it does overall. But I would say if you have a Switch, if you're looking for someone to play, this is a game that absolutely surprised me. Maybe it'll surprise you too. So let me know, guys, in the comments below. Do you own this game? Do you love it? Are you, maybe looking to get this game? Let me know your situation. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video every single day on this channel. And so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.